Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I hope you've all had a great weekend. I hope you're all having a great Monday. It is extremely hot here, and it was probably a bad idea to wear this. I'm probably going to be sweating all the way through this one, so this is going to be a great video. But we're going to be talking all things pride and schools. You know, there's two things that shouldn't really be mixing together, but as we go further into the future, they are mixing more and more, much to everybody's frustration. And this month, there have been so many videos circulating everywhere of how bad things have gotten, and quite honestly, it is concerning. Firstly, we're going to be talking about this maths teacher that is going viral absolutely everywhere because she played this LGBTQ clip in a maths class. Not too sure what Pythagoras theorem has got to do with Pride Month, but then again, what do we know? You know, asking the questions is simply not allowed, and the kids reacted in a bad way. And she goes on to say, if you do not stop acting in an inappropriate way, you will all face Saturday detention, Saturday school. What? Take a listen.
Why are you showing this to kids?
Hey, I'll warn you guys now, if you're going to be inappropriate, I will have supervision down and give all of you a Saturday school for next year. So knock it off.
You know, sometimes I do question, right, how teachers are allowed to get a job teaching the future generations when they're acting like this. Now, let's be honest, right? The teacher is essentially saying, hey, look, guys, you must accept this LGBTQ video in a maths class of two people kissing, or you're going to face consequences. You will be in trouble. Now, some people may watch that and say, look, the kids were overreacting. They shouldn't have acted in that way. It was inappropriate. Okay, but the teacher was showing them inappropriate content. So the funny thing is, she was telling them to stop being inappropriate, but she was showing inappropriate content to them. Sometimes I just really stop mid-sentence and think to myself, what is going on? Why do kids need to learn about LGBTQ content in a maths class, in any class? It doesn't really make any sense, and it's got nothing to do with kids. Keep it away from them. All it's got to do with is a vocal minority that want the worldview, their worldview, pushed onto everybody else. You're more than entitled to have your own worldview, right? You're more than entitled to live the life you want to. But then what people can't accept is then that worldview, that lifestyle being pushed onto kids, because you do not raise them, you did not pay for them, you didn't give birth to them, you don't look after them, you do not have the right to say, yeah, the kids must learn about this, otherwise it's all hateful, I mean, they must be forced to learn about this. And then people complain at the parents for getting frustrated. They call them mean and hateful. That's the thing I can't get my head around. People will say, oh, parents are mean and hateful for being concerned over what their kids are learning about. You're essentially trying to take a parental right away from people just because of what? Progressive ideology? And some schools have taken it to the next level. This next clip, I cannot believe is even real. I'm sure many of you have seen this when you start to watch it. It went viral a couple of days ago now, but how schools are allowed to act in this way is beyond me, especially, again, with the younger generations. I'm going to stop talking and I'm just going to allow the clip to speak for itself. Take a watch. You know, there has never been a better time, ladies and gentlemen, to homeschool your kids, really. That looks like indoctrination of the highest level. It is genuinely concerning. You have kids dancing around with the flags, the Progress Pride flag, which is everywhere. Even the White House now, I believe, is putting it everywhere. We are truly, in the end times, the West has fallen. And they even allow a drag queen to perform in front of kids. And again, you know, that's a situation liberals say don't happen. You see it all the time. They say, no, it's a myth, just like everything else. It doesn't happen. No. Everybody's lying. They just want you to ignore your own eyes and your ears, because that's how everybody else loses, right? Again, this is a different reality. I refuse to believe this is the norm now. I think we've all woken up in a different reality, and there's somebody wearing rainbow hair stopping us at the entrance from leaving. There is no escape. But it also concerns me that parents allow this to happen. How can any parent be happy with this? Maybe they didn't know the extent the school would go to, but if my child came home and said to me, hey dad, we celebrated Pride Day with a drag queen performing in front of us, a man playing dress up, he wouldn't spend another day in that school. We'd be taking him somewhere else. And we'll ask the question again, why do kids need to be exposed to this? Why do kids need to be in front of this? And we keep asking the questions and we keep repeating ourselves, which, I am sorry for repeating myself in every single video, but we have to repeat ourselves because the answer we get is weak. It's a weak argument because there is no logical explanation. There isn't one. Kids should be nowhere near this sort of stuff. But again, that's hateful, that's mean, that's bigotry, and that's how people end up being silenced. But to round off this video, ladies and gentlemen, and I do apologize if it's a little bit shorter than normal, I'll tell you now, I'm kind of winging it at this point. I had a very different video planned for today, but I saw what's happening with Candace Owens and Michael Knowles. They've been banned for 7 days, and I thought it's probably best to avoid a certain topic for a couple of days or so because it seems like YouTube are cracking down on it. We will continue talking about other things, but I kind of like uploading on my channel at the minute. I don't want any action taken on my channel, and I'm kind of sweating a lot more than I was at the beginning of this video, so it is probably best we wrap this up anyway. But we're going to round it off, nonetheless, sorry about that speech, with two boys who have been interviewed about what is going down within their school, what is being pushed, and the ideas being spoken about. And the crazier part is, well, not the crazier part, one of the craziest parts is they've had to blur their face, because if the school finds out they've spoken out against this, they could actually face consequences. They could be punished. That's how much people don't want anybody speaking out against progressive ideology. False compliance, right? Yeah. This video is around 2 minutes long, and I'm not going to edit this down because I truly do feel like people need to hear everything that is spoken about within this video because it is truly shocking. Take a watch.
What are you doing here, boys?
Walking past, we wanted to see what it's about. And
You'll celebrate diversity by silencing women.
no, I got a sticker from over there.
That's Posey's side. So you're for the real women?
Yeah.
How old are you?
14.
Right, when was the first time you heard about this issue?
9.
When I was 10.
You will?
Yeah.
At the age of 10?
Yeah.
Boys, are we in focus? Are we getting this? We weren't filming any of that. Thank you very much. 9 years old, 10 years old, UK schools, they're teaching children what?
Well,
LGBT.
a lot of, LGBT, and a lot of the girls in our, some of the boys even, are all LGBTQ+, and some of them are like non-binary and stuff.
Well, not when they first heard about it.
No, when they're like now.
Now,
like
when you're
last
14.
Year. Yeah, and
13.
it's way too early to, and I think some of them might be on blockers and stuff, which is just not right.
What was they teaching you? Well, how did they break this whole issue to you?
Well, it wasn't even the school teaching, it's all online.
It is the school teaching. We get assemblies and stuff about this sort
You
of
get
stuff.
assemblies about this sort of
Yeah,
stuff?
about how it's okay and you should come out, all that stuff.
I would suggest they're impressionable kids your age, if they're
Yeah, and they're easily influenced.
easily influenced entirely.
So if there's like teachers with LGBTQ stuff all on the walls and stuff, they'll probably become LGBTQ+ as well.
I think that's what it is. You think it's because they got it on the walls in the classroom?
Maybe, I think.
Also, you get attention from...
You get attention?
Yeah.
That's what it is?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
How do you feel about it?
I mean, a lot of people are kind of making it their whole personality to be LGBTQ+ and stuff.
It's easy to get in trouble from this sort of stuff. Could you actually blur our faces?
Yeah, of course can. Right, so what you're saying, it's easy to get in trouble?
I think if my school saw this interview...
Oh, right. So you reckon you'd get hard time from your school for speaking out about this?
I've been suspended for this before.
You've been suspended for this before?
Yeah.
For having an opinion and voicing it?
For telling a 13-year-old that they're not transgender.
You tried to help a kid out, and they expelled you? Suspended you?
I actually don't know what to say, if I'm going to be honest with you. Like, that clip is very concerning, isn't it? And the fact that this is now normality is scary. The scarier part is, you know, nobody does anything about it. Nobody with any power actually takes action, because we all see it's going on, right? We all know it's going on. So surely people within governments, especially in this country, know it's going on, but they take no action. It's just allowed to continue. I can't imagine what they're doing for Pride Month at this school right now, and quite frankly, I don't want to imagine it either, but I don't know about you. It kind of feels like, to me, it doesn't matter what walk of life it is, but it's being taken over by leftists, radical leftists, liberals, and they're pushing a worldview onto everybody forcefully. More importantly, kids, the most impressionable demographic. So when parents are concerned, right, about what their kids are learning about within schools and what they're being taught, what's being spoken about, they deserve to have that right. It shouldn't be taken away from them because it's labeled as mean and hateful. Parents deserve to know what's going on. But that is the end of the video, ladies and gentlemen. I do apologize once again for this not being the original video I had planned. The original one was probably a lot more in depth, and I don't like not providing good content, so apologies from me. But if you have enjoyed today's video nonetheless, then if you could, make sure to leave a like rating, as it really helps out the video. If you're new, hit that subscribe button and turn on bell notifications so you never miss a video. But until next time, until tomorrow, it has been your boy JD. Have a great day, stay safe, and I'm out. Peace.